Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally. And in today's video, I am going to be I'm pointed over there because I've got it set up, but I'm going to be doing the wave smocking. It was a very popular video over time that I've set this channel up. I've done it in various different ways, but today I want to do something a little bit different. I am going to Actually, let me just get straight into this. I've actually got this amazing fabric. It's like quilted, and I was given this, and it's also very velvety, and it's got a really delicate little imprint design all over it. But because of that gradient, I really think this could work well with the wave smocking. Now, I've also done something a little bit different to what I usually would do. In fact, I've drawn it out. I'll show you in a second, but I've drawn it out. It's going to come up this way, actually. So I want to see the wave go in a different direction to what I would normally do. So this is the wave smocking design, if you're not familiar with it. I've used a water-soluble pen like this. Obviously we can just remove this if I want to later on, but because it's on the back, I might not need to, we shall see. I've done 15-inch square grids down and across to make this square, and we're going to start in the top left up here. I've just given myself about an arm's length of thread, folded it over at the top, so I've got a single thread with a knot at the opposite end. I'm using quite a sharp, slim needle. And we just start at the top right, like so. Can you see this? Let's bring it forwards a bit. There we go. So we nip a tiny bit of the fabric, like so. And then we do it on the bottom left. Much fabric there. There we go. That's why I think it's been a popular one. I don't know. It is effective as well, and you get quick results. So you just pop those two bits of fabrics together, line up the corners, and do a small stitch through the fabric. Just going to tie a knot there, hold it together. And then we start again down on the next one. So very straightforward, really, really simple. Off we go again. So we're going to go a small amount of fabric down to the bottom corner. You're going to pull that thread in. If your thread is weak, you can always use a double thread if you want to, and just pull that in and pull that in. If you're going to do 2 stitches, try and get those stitches on top of one another, and then a nice big knot. And because this fabric is completely different to some of the others that we've used in the past, the softer satins and cottons, this is going to come out differently again, so I'm really interested to see what it's going to look like. I'll just show you what I'm doing here. You can see that I haven't gone all the way down. In fact, I stopped higher up here. 1, 2, 3, higher up, and then I went further down on this one. And I just kind of want to see what it looked like just having a couple of the wave smocking done, but then some areas left incomplete. And I think it's going to just add that little something to the piece. So I'm going to leave that there and just go back up to the top. So I hope you're all enjoying these. I had a chance over the summer to do an extra video per week, so I'm providing 2 videos for you each week. I've tried to do it on a Thursday and a Tuesday. I hope that has fitted in with everyone. But I get, as I'm always saying, but I do get such a great amount of pleasure out of doing and making these videos. It ticks a lot of boxes for me doing the YouTube with the skills and the training and the experience I've had sort of over the years. Just sharing my skills online like this and getting the comments and the feedback and just offering help and advice to people that have got in touch, you guys, then it's just so rewarding, really. And I'd love to see this grow to doing the videos twice a week, because right now with other commitments that I have, jobs that I do, it's quite tricky to get 2 thorough videos done a week. So yeah, I'd love to see the channel grow so that I can do more videos a week and have the time to do that and do it justice, really. I mean, I've thought about ways around it. I could, once the summer's over, which will be going back to work next week, I've thought about ways of doing kind of shorter videos, quick techniques. I mean, I could manage it, but really it's going to rely on the growth of the channel. And so I really do need the channel to be shared, spread the word with that. Comments are really helpful, and the likes with the algorithms. Watching through videos that I've done on the playlist. The biggest playlist is the smocking one, because do you know what, I'm still into it as well. I can't get enough of smocking. I think just because there's so many different things that you can do with it, different types of fabrics, really explore sort of incomplete work. That's why I'm trying this one, because I want to do more of this type of thing. You know, really explore putting it onto the smocking onto a mannequin, and just more fine art ways of using the smocking. I think there's a lot more that can be done. So I will continue to develop the smocking ideas. But another thing that's really helpful is just when you get in touch with me and sort of suggest, you know, if it's something that I can offer up and do a particular type of video idea, then just keep your messages coming. You know, it keeps me going with it. I've made a massive list of the ideas that I've got for YouTube, and there's quite a ton really of things that I can do. And by the way, I've just stopped higher up here. So I stopped here, went lower down, stopped higher up again, and then I'm going back to the start, which up here. But I mean, I've thought a little bit more about doing sort of maybe some A-level past papers, like some themes from past papers. I think that might be quite good or helpful. They do seem popular, in particular the cinema one, how to use cinema. I actually specifically did that video I did some workshops there earlier on in the year, and if you haven't seen what I did with them, it's on Instagram, on their Instagram page, Withington Girls School. But yeah, you can see what I did for the workshops. But when I did the weave workshop for them, I started doing more weaving videos just to kind of show the mileage and the different ideas that you could do. And it was the same for the hats as well. When I did the fascinator workshop for them, started doing more millinery videos just so that they could choose what exactly they wanted to offer the pupils, which is fine by me because I love making the videos. As I said, you know, give me more ideas and I'll do it. So I like working to a brief. It's a challenge to me. So I think that what would be really helpful is I can see the same sort of names coming up on the comments when I've done a video and I'm getting to know you. But I'm sure there are people, well, I can see on the analytics that there are people that haven't subscribed that keep coming back. Look at my analytics and sort of see the audience and the age group, which all helps me to pitch the videos. This is what I've been learning over the last 2 years anyway, because if you watch any of my previous earlier videos, you'll be able to see that it wasn't a platform that I'd used at all. I literally began from scratch. So in fact, when I go back to my earlier videos, although there's still more that I can be doing and developing it with my editing and style of my videos, which I've been learning along the way, I know that there's been growth with my channel. It's been improving all the time, because when I go back to some of those earlier videos, I just can see it's a funny one, because it was actually during the pandemic that I started, as you know. It was a very, very difficult time, wasn't it? Because for me, I was actually very, very nervous and anxious. The early days of when lockdown kicked in for the first time, I really, really did not enjoy going outside. It was that bad. I would go out for my exercise, which you could do for 20 minutes or whatever it was. In the other days when we didn't know enough information about COVID-19, then I was pretty scared. We were watching the news every day and probably worrying ourselves to bits about the whole situation. So when I look back at the earlier videos that I did, I can see, you know, I was maybe low at times, worried about everything that was going on. It was a funny time looking back at those earlier videos, and obviously I was new to the whole situation too with making YouTube videos. Got to learn really and teach myself. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying them and liking them. So helpful when you give me feedback. So many more of you have started doing that to connect, because I'll get a better picture of what you're looking for and who I'm designing the videos for. That's how much I've done. And as I said, I'm just not taking the wave smocking all the way down. I'm just going to, maybe I'll just do a few on the next row just to see how we go. If you're a YouTuber watching, or even if you're just someone quite knowledgeable about YouTube, you watch videos all the time, or you've subscribed for years, and I'd love to hear your ideas about growth on the channel. You know, I know the usuals, posting consistently, making your thumbnail. It's one thing that I really struggle with, thumbnail. I really enjoy using Canva. I just want my thumbnails to be pow. But to be honest with you, the whole clickbait thumbnail production, I just know my thumbnails could be better. So if any of you are really, really good at that sort of thing and want to give me some advice, I'm really up for it. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, I'm going to tell you now who I watch on YouTube, just because I do comment on other people's videos. If I think it's been a good video, content has just been absolutely phenomenal and inspiring, and you learn something, and it's just bringing for all these things, adding value. You know, I'd love to be ticking all those boxes in my videos, but I don't know if I am or not. And as I said, it's so difficult unless you comment and give me feedback for me to improve. So keep sharing. YouTubers that I watch are mainly doing sort of vlogs, but in vlogs they would, you know, maybe be a little bit creative with food. I'm always interested in meal planning and food preparation, because we have 2 boys that live with us from a football club. But yeah, they live with us through the week, Monday to Friday. And I'm always up for giving them nutritious, healthy food options. So I'm always interested in watching the food prep videos. And I also love cleaning ones, organisation, all of that. So we've got Emily Norris, we've got Lydia Millen, we've got Josie, we've got In the Fro, Victoria. But yeah, I always find all of those inspiring. I guess it's just my way of unwinding in the evenings when I'm not editing videos. They always give me inspiration. So a shout out and a hello to all of you that I follow. If you ever go back and watch my videos, or if you feel generous enough to comment feedback on how I'm doing with YouTube, or if there's anything more I can do, that would be so helpful. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, there's my little pitch. Someone asked me the other day, where do you see this YouTube going? In fact, lots of friends asked me, family asked me as well. But right now, even though I've been monetized for quite a bit, I mean, I've been doing YouTube now for, it's about 2.5 years. I got monetized a year ago. If you don't know, this means that you get paid through the ads. Where am I at? Right, I'm gonna go smaller up here. Let's have a look. So I didn't answer that question. Where do I see YouTube going? Consistently posting, getting enjoyment out of editing, filming, content. I mean, it is just such a brilliant creative process. I'm in love with the process. It's so satisfying. When I've created a video and I've posted it, scheduled it in so that it goes on a Thursday at 5, then, you know, I'm watching for that first half hour how quickly people are watching. Having an idea and making videos for the public, for you guys to see all around the world. I love it. I feel like this has become a bit of a heart-to-heart. Blimey heck, I hope it's recording. I've just been chatting away here. If it's on time-lapse, I'll be gutted. It's funny, I went back to some of my earlier videos, and one of the ones that I did that was fun to make was facts about me. I made it quite early on because my main goal was to know who I am, what I'm up to, my skills, my experience, and just kind of how I operate really with art and what I'm doing, and sort of in my own time apart from art. So yeah, I was looking at that video, and one of the things that I said has dated already. I said I'm really into skincare, which I am massively, and always have been, but I've just started trying a tinted moisturiser since doing YouTube. Now this is correct, but yeah, I can no longer say that I'm not that bothered about makeup because I've got into it. I have got into wearing makeup. Really does make my face seem a little bit more alive, a little bit more awake, and gives it some colour. And I'm really aware of this since doing some YouTubing, so I'm grateful for that. Check that video out. Maybe I should do another one, like a more updated one. So nearly finished. I've remembered all the others that I subscribe to too, so it's definitely With Kendra, brilliant. Kerry Whelpdale, super. Catherine Manning, she has been so helpful with me starting YouTube. And who else? Jordan Page, absolutely love watching her huge family. Budgeting and food, meal planning, absolute winner. Check any of those out, I really recommend them. If you haven't done it already, I'm sure you have. I think I may well have finished here. Let's have a look. So what I've tried to do is just do a few odd little waves in different positions. So I haven't gone all the way down the fabric, certain sections at the bottom, left a sort of gap. And it just gives this kind of distorted effect. I think it looked good on a mannequin. Well, my mannequin isn't particularly free at the minute. It's got other videos on it, but here we go. So I've always just really enjoyed the whole fabric manipulation and the distortion of fabric. and the things that you can create. So although this is quite uniformed and tight at the top, there are just other stuff that you can do, like leaving areas unsewn on the back of that grid. Oops. So areas left undone, and you just get that kind of whole fabric manipulation in other areas. I think this is worth exploring more and see them on the mannequin. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Let me flip you around. I tried to be honest about YouTube, just encourage you to connect really, so that I can see who my subscribers are. As I said, I'm back to work next week, so we'll see whether I can stick to the 2 videos a week. It might just go down to 1. All right then, take care of yourselves and I'll see you shortly. Bye, have a great week.